So we've been having a little bit of a problem with a septic smell coming up through our shower drain into our camper when we run the fan in our bathroom. So I've been doing a little bit of research online, and according to what I found out, apparently the one-way valve under our shower has gone bad. So I'm going to be installing this HepvO Sanitary Waste Valve today under our shower. Hopefully we're going to fix the problem and get this thing cured. So watch along as we do the installation, and let's see if we can get this problem solved for all of us. Alright, here in the bunkhouse of our Cedar Creek 37 MBH, we're going to have to remove this grate to be able to access the valve under our shower. So your first step is to take out these 4 screws and remove it. When we go to install our valve, we've got to be sure that the flow of the water coming out from our shower is going to follow the direction that's indicated here on our valve. There's an arrow right here on this side, and it points in the direction that we want our flow to go. So we want it to come in from into this side from the shower and go out this side down to our gray tank. So we have to be sure when we go to put it up in there that we put it back in that configuration. We also want to be sure that these ribs are along the bottom of the valve. They go to the bottom. So as long as we install it in that order, we'll be good to go. All right, before I go any further, I'm going to take a towel and lay it out underneath the valve just to catch any water that may be in there. Make sure that we don't have a mess on our hands after we're in the middle of doing this project here. Oof, this thing's nasty. Look, oh God, whoa. It has fallen apart. That's why it's not working. Okay, I just got the old valve removed from under our shower, and as you can see, it was in pretty poor shape. The rubber seal that's actually inside this valve had been sucked so hard by our bathroom fan that it had actually reversed up into the shower drain. So you can see this one was worn out, and that's why we've gotten a new one to replace it. Okay, in our plumbing, we actually have this fitting that's attached to the permanent plumbing in our camper, but I'm going to use the 2 little rubber O-rings that came with the new valve. I'm going to put them into the old plumbing, and then we'll install the valve. So now we're going to go run the shower for a few minutes, and I'm going to continue to check under this shower valve to make sure that I don't see any leaks. We're just going to let the shower run for a while, make sure that everything's working properly, and then we'll be able to close everything back up. currently we're definitely having a leak on this one side, so we're going to turn the water off and we're going to fix that leak and try again. So when your camper comes with one of these pre-installed in it, you're going to have a male fitting on the existing plumbing in your camper. So you need to use some Teflon tape around the end of your HepvO valve to be able to be sure that everything's sealing up good and tight. Well, as you can see by my outfit, I am on day 2 of this install. Once I got the valve and all put together here under our shower, I realized that I actually had a leak from our shower drain itself as well. So I ordered a new shower drain, and today I'm going to be taking part of the valve back out, putting in a new shower drain, and hooking everything back up. So hopefully that fixes our leak, and we'll be good to go. In order to get to the drain itself, I can actually access it a little better from this side over here next to our station, and I think I'll be able to reach the drain just a little bit easier than laying there under, in the bunkhouse. So we're going to try it from this side and see what happens. Okay, so I found the nut that holds the drain in the bottom of our shower and this washer. They were extremely loose. So I'm sure that's part of the problem where our leak was at. But since I've already ordered the new part, and this new one's actually metal where the original one was plastic, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this new metal part. We're going to seal it all back up with plumber's putty, and hopefully we won't have this leak problem anymore. Alright, on the drain here in our tub, you can see it was sealed very poorly. I mean, this side doesn't even have any sealant on it. So that's definitely where our leak was coming from, and then the fact that it was loose. And the original one that was in here is plastic, and we're going to be replacing it with a metal drain. So hopefully that's going to work. And we're going to go ahead and get all of this old sealant cleaned up around this hole. I'm just going to peel it back and clean it off. And then we're going to put some plumber's putty down here, and we're going to get it sealed back up. Alright, so we're going to take some of this plumber's putty and we're going to roll it in our hands and kind of make a long snake out of it, and then we're going to use that to go around the drain itself as we seal it in there. So we're just going to reach in and grab a little bit of this putty here, and we're just going to roll it out like you do Play-Doh until we make a long snake shape that is long enough to go around the drain, and we kind of want it to be a uniform shape all the way down so we don't have a thick spot like right here. And this is going to be a little long, but you get the idea. So we're going to make it like that, and then we're going to set our drain down into the hole, and then we're going to go around it with this plumber's putty. Alright, so back here underneath the shower, we've got to put our rubber washer and our nut back on our drain. And in the bottom of that drain, there's a little X-shaped deal at the very end of the drain. I'm going to take these needle nose pliers and just kind of wedge it up in there to hold the drain still while I screw this nut on with the other hand with a set of channel locks. So let's get this finished up. Alright, so after having tested the shower for a while, it appears that our leak has stopped. I will kind of keep an eye on that over the next day or two and just make sure that everything's working as it should. Just wanted to give you a brief overview of the tools that I actually ended up using. All I used actually was a pair of channel locks, and then I used these needle nose pliers just to hold the drain itself. I know some people have had a lot more trouble getting the drains out, and you may have to have a specialized tool to be able to get your drain to stay still while you remove that nut, but mine was so loose it just easily came off, and I was able just to tighten it back with these tools in hand. I also had just 2 different flashlights that I used at different times just so I could see. Overall, it was a little bit more of an aggravating project than I thought it was going to be. It was a little more intensive than just changing that one-way valve, but once we figured out where the leak was, we were able to get the right parts and get everything fixed. So hope this video is helpful. If it is, stay tuned to our channel for more information. Be sure to click that subscribe button and stay in tune with what all that we're doing here at Yonder South.